Wellington and Khatib of Usmania Education Centre. Alhbeeb Welfare Foundation is a small charity. It's run solely by volunteers. 100% of donations are given to the needy and no salaries are taken whatsoever. It's completely run by volunteers. And all of Alhbeeb Welfare Foundation's work is very transparent. Why did Alhbeeb Welfare Foundation begin? Well, for some years, friends of Maulana Muhammad Aslam Zaid regularly asked him to pass their zakat and sadaqah on to needy people in remote parts of Azad Kashmir, which weren't very easily accessible, and those people weren't receiving much support from any other charities. So Maulana, through his personal visits and with the help of people on the ground there who he knew, was able to give these needy people and hand over the amounts according to the criteria that they had given to him. So in 2005, AWF was started, and we started it to respond to the increasing needs of victims of the 2005 earthquake. Since then, AWF has been raising money for various projects, mainly to cater for the needs of the orphans, widows and other sufferers of that 2005 earthquake. In 2010, AWF was formalised and we registered it as a charity here in the UK. Where does AWF operate? Mainly in the remote villages located around Bagh. Most of you won't know those villages listed there. I'm sure most of you probably heard of Bagh, which was really badly affected by the earthquake of 2005. But there's a lot of remote villages around Bagh, which we're focused on at the moment. Now, the needy families in those villages are living in poverty. They're extremely poor, and the average monthly income per family in those villages is about 5,000 rupees, and most of them are unemployed, as it happens anyway. So what current projects are Alhbeeb Welfare Foundation working on? We sponsor the upbringing and education of orphans. We encourage and support widows to earn a living. Help needy families through one-off donations or regular donations for those families that are literally stuck in poverty and can't work their way out of that poverty. And we also provide free basic and religious education facilities which are accessible locally to children in those villages. If you want more information of any of these projects, you can visit our website, which is www.alhbeebwelfarefoundation.co.uk. I'll tell you a little bit about each of these projects. We help orphans in a number of different ways. One is to provide new clothes to orphans throughout the year, but particularly on Eid. We sponsor orphans' education. This might be buying new books or their Islamic education, as well as their living costs. At the moment, the needs of over 30 orphans are being catered for and basically sponsored. And we have more requests from orphans around those villages. We help widows by encouraging and supporting widows to earn a living. A few months back, over 6 months back actually, we had a sewing machine project in which we provided approximately 50 sewing machines to widows around Bagh and in Azad Kashmir, around those villages. And since then we've had a lot more requests from other widows which would like to gain some sewing machines. Education centres, we run one education centre in each of those villages which provides free basic and religious education facilities for those children locally, so they don't have to travel a number of miles to get to the main masjid. And for that reason, many of those children weren't getting any basic Islamic education at all. Now, by doing this, we also provide income for locally recruited teachers in those villages, which are monitored by Alhbeeb. future projects that we're looking to do are, first of all, to enhance the current projects and make them better in any way that we receive any suggestions to do so. But other future projects, we're thinking of setting up a local medical facility which can be used for quick response to small minor injuries, or just to provide medicine so that villagers don't have to travel very far to get basic medicine. We'd really like to acquire a ambulance or a few ambulances to facilitate transporting patients to the hospital in emergencies, because at the moment there isn't any such facility. There's no sort of 999 facility or anything like that, and in emergencies the only thing that one can do is to find the nearest person that has a car, and there aren't many people that have a car in those villages, and then arrange for that person with the car to take the injured person to hospital. And this can take a long time depending on how easy it is to find someone with a car. So that would be really beneficial, we believe. For further information on any of these projects, please approach any of the volunteers this evening or later on. We'd really love to hear your suggestions or any questions that you may have, which you can do so just by going on our website and just posting it through there. And we'll endeavour to respond to those questions or suggestions as soon as possible. If you'd like to make any donations, you can also visit our website, or you can do that directly through Maulana Muhammad Aslam Zaid. Thank you for listening.